Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. We've got nothing better to do. The show where we talk about movies, TV shows, video games, and comic books because, well, we've got nothing better to do. Hence the name. I'm your host, Nathaniel, and this week I am joined by Parker and Jeremy. And yeah, let's jump right into it.
That's about it.
And that's about it. In this corner, we have Michael, and he is mad. And in this corner, we have... Who is it? Who's he talking about? Is he talking about Michael and Dwight? I don't know. And he is mad. And that's about it. Yeah, let's talk about the news. So, first bit of news is a very big piece of news. And that is Bob Iger, the ruler of the known world, aka the CEO of Disney, has stepped down as the CEO as of like 4 days ago. So essentially they announced it the day he stepped down, so it was effective immediately. And his replacement is Bob Chapek.
I like their bobs.
Yeah, they like their bobs. He was the head of the parks division at Disney. He's worked at Disney for 27 years. But he will be taking over as the CEO. And Bob Iger's contract lasts until next year. So he is still the chairman of the board until next year, but he is no longer the CEO effective immediately. And this is a big deal because Disney literally has their toes in everything. So we could be seeing a really big shift in things like Marvel, Star Wars, just Disney in general, like sort of Pixar, I guess, but like even Disneyland, Disney World. Something that happens a lot when movie studios are under new management. Usually they wipe the slate, so everything that was in development from the old studio head is wiped, or majority of it, and they start new with a lot of things.
I can't see them doing that.
Well, you never know. I mean, they can move stuff around, and I think for the stuff that they already have planned that's in development, like the big stuff, like obviously Marvel Phase 4, that kind of stuff will probably stay. But yeah, it's pretty big considering like what could happen. And Bob Iger really kind of created the modern Disney, like the overlords that they are, because he was behind the sort of Disney animation renaissance. So that was like the last Disney movie put out before he took over was like Bolt, which a Disney animated movie, which not great.
It was a movie.
It was a movie. But he was the one behind like Tangled and like Frozen and these giant like box office successes, Zootopia, and like so he kind of garnered that renaissance of Disney animation. And then he bought Marvel, he bought Star Wars, he got Disney Plus up and running. Like he did a lot during his tenure as Disney CEO. So I'm excited to see what this new guy, Mr. Chapek, does.
Did he just step down, or did he retire?
He stepped down. So his contract is till next year, so he's going to remain the chairman of the board until next year. But then after that, he's done, and I'm assuming he's retiring. Because he's like maybe like late 50s. I think he's that old, but I mean he's like loaded, so he could definitely retire.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, I'm sure he has a little bit of money.
Yeah, he's definitely not hurting financially. But yeah, I think, I don't know. Is there like maybe any changes or maybe like an IP you want to see brought back or something from Disney that you could maybe see happening under the new king of the world?
Oh no.
Wall-E 2.
Wall-E 2.
Wall-E 2. I'd be down for that.
I don't want that. I don't not want it. I just don't care about it. So if they make it, fine, cool. If they don't, not losing any sleep over it. What I want to see come back is, well, okay, something I want to die after what I want is I want the death of the live action gritty remakes or reboots, because there's only been like 2 good ones, but I want the last one to be a live action remake of Treasure Planet.
Yes,
because that would be freaking dope.
Yeah, until they ruin it.
Well, I mean, they did good ones. Like Aladdin was good, and
I did not hear anything good about Aladdin.
I heard it wasn't absolutely.
All I heard was good things about Aladdin.
Yeah, well, I also heard good things about
Cats.
No.
No
one thought that was good. No, I heard good things about The Lion King too. I mean, there was some good things about it, but it wasn't good.
Oh, Aladdin, I guess it's pretty middle of the board. Some people like it, some people don't like it. But I mean, you just get a good person to put Kevin Feige, put Kevin Feige on as producer. Get Denis Villeneuve, whatever his name is, Newby, to direct it, and then get someone who's good at writing.
Someone who's good at writing to write.
I don't know.
I
can't think of any writers.
Just do the thing and do it
well. And that, bada boom.
It's someone who's gonna be good.
That's it. It's as easy. It's as simple as that. I don't know.
You follow these 2 simple rules.
They just don't do that all the time. I don't know why. But that is something I would like to see as a live action.
I would be down,
because that's a super underrated movie that did terribly at the box office.
How about they just re-release Treasure Planet?
Remastered. Though.
I mean, it still looks really good. I'd rather they just make it in live action. I mean, they could re-release it. I mean, you can still buy it. They didn't huck it in the Disney Vault for 12 years. But
can you buy it on DVD?
You can buy it on Blu-ray.
I have it on VHS somewhere.
I'm sure you're pretty sure you can buy like the 4K Blu-ray or whatever of it. But it's probably like super motion smoothed out, so it's like looks like it runs at 3,000 frames per second. It probably looks terrible, but I'm sure you could buy it. But yeah, I don't know. This dude's he's a Disney park guy, so I don't know. Maybe we see some like renovations to Disney parks. I know we're getting Marvel Land soon.
Yeah, I saw a video of the Rise of Skywalker ride, quote unquote. It's not really a ride.
The Rise of the Resistance.
Yeah. Sorry, that. And I want to go on it more than anything.
Bro, I live 40 minutes from Disneyland. Come down here.
Yeah, let me just do that really quick.
Do it.
I definitely have the money and the time to do that.
Maybe if you got a job.
Oh yeah, along with school and football, I would. Then I would have even more time to come down.
I mean, I did it.
You played college football?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know how you did it.
Spit, grit, and a whole lot of duct tape.
What are you duct taping?
It's from a movie. Thanks, Tabitha. I'll be down there in a second.
That was
me. So
Oh.
I don't have a Tabitha in my house.
Oh. Thanks, Jeremy's mom. I'll be there in a second.
That wasn't my mom.
Huh?
That wasn't my mom.
Thanks, Jeremy's one of his sisters. I'll be there in a second. That felt weird to say. Wow, your dad sounds like a 16-year-old girl.
Making fun of him?
What are you trying to say?
You saying men can't sound like girls?
All right. Next news. The Jurassic World 3 title was revealed.
There was a second one?
Yep.
It was not.
And your lack of knowledge of it pretty much sums it up. All you really need to know is that there's a little girl, and she's a clone.
What?
Yes, and then the dinosaurs have been released into the general world. So there's dinosaurs everywhere.
Second one, or is that the trailer for the third one?
That's what happened in the end of the second one. Did you ever watch that short film, the Dragon Ball or the Dragon Ball?
Oh yeah.
Where the dinosaurs are in the campground.
Yeah, the short film was good.
Yeah, so that takes place in between 2 and 3. So that's like what dinosaurs are just out in the world now.
Okay.
So Jurassic World 3 is called Jurassic World Dominion. Yeah, I started filming, so that's about it.
Well, I'm
excited.
With
I'm
the
kind of
first one.
excited. The first one is fine. I didn't even see the second one. I just read synopsis on it.
Yeah.
But
how bad do you have to mess up to get dinosaurs all over the world? I don't like movies where people are stupid, and that's the whole conflict, is someone was stupid.
No, okay. So the person who did release the dinosaurs is the little girl. I don't remember why, but she does it for a reason. But yeah.
Oh, it's because they're all gonna die, I think.
Yeah, unless I think there's like people coming after them, and the only way
I know the island erupts and they're trying to escape from it. So I think
and she's trying to save the dinosaurs, right?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I just from what I
I know I haven't. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Is that the island's exploding? Island Nublar or whatever it is exploding, and so to save them, she lets them go because she feels a connection to them because they're all clones. But cloners, they're her brothers. They're gonna take out the clankers.
Whoa! We don't use that terminology here.
No, I
used the soft R.
Yeah, I used the A. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't hard R it. I didn't call them clankers. Oh, shoot! Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I didn't mean it, and I'm just really sorry. I know I shouldn't have said it. I just hope you guys will forgive me.
Messed up.
I really messed up.
Just kidding, we don't even have monetization.
Yeah, I really messed up. I'm sorry, guys. You deserve better. And
I made a severe lapse in judgment.
Yeah, and I just I'm changed now. It's not gonna happen again. So
you changed already?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
what kind of clothes you put on?
I'm wearing sweats and a Vans t-shirt. Khakis. But yeah, so just to make it up for you guys, I'm gonna put a couple of Amazon gift cards
GoFundMe
in the chat. Yeah, you can give to my GoFundMe that's going to Battle Droids charity fund. So yeah, really sorry.
What's going on?
I'm mimicking people that do that on streamers. What was the guy that just did it? Dubs? Something like that.
Who's Dubs? What's a Dubs?
FaZe Clan.
Oh, well, he probably had a lot to apologize for.
Well, he said it on stream.
He cheated.
But yeah, anyways, some good news. Roblox is now worth more than Disney bought Lucasfilm for.
I thought it was the same amount.
Or the same amount, whatever. I mean, technically, they bought it for more than $4 billion because George Lucas also became like the second biggest majority owner of Disney stock. So essentially, he sold Lucasfilm for like
crazy,
like $15 billion, essentially. But yeah, Roblox is worth $4 billion.
That's crazy.
Roblox, a free game.
How much Minecraft is worth?
I don't know if it's
a
worth
lot more than that. There's no way it's not worth more than that.
How much? Well, I guess to look up Mojang. Net worth. How much is Minecraft worth? The net worth of Minecraft is estimated to be around 1.7 billion. So
wow.
Less.
The hell?
Minecraft is for 12-year-olds, but Roblox is for 8-year-olds, and I don't know. That's like insane to think about.
It's just because Minecraft, you buy the base game and then you don't spend any more money. Like anything
I
you
guess.
spend money on.
Yeah, Roblox is full of in-game purchases for 8-year-olds. So I mean, who's more unstable with money than an 8-year-old? So good on them. That's hilarious. That Roblox.
How many copies of Minecraft sold?
A lot.
It's the most sold
ever.
game of
Yeah,
all time.
the most ever. So I don't know. I could check just to go that.
I never even bought a Minecraft account. I had a friend who gave me his and then bought another back when it was like $8.
180 million units sold.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's Tetris, GTA 5, and then Wii Sports.
How many? Wait, Tetris is the second most sold game?
Yeah, it held it for since 1984. It was the best-selling game.
Crazy.
It's because the original Game Boy was packaged with Tetris, and everybody got it.
Oh.
But it's also like it's multi-platform, so.
Multi-platform drifting.
Yep. All right, well, that's it for news this week, and we none of us are really that much further in Clone Wars, so we can't really talk about that. But Parker has been watching the anime, and specifically Dragon Ball Z, as they say in Australia,
or Britannia.
And so I thought, well, let's just talk about that. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. Jeremy has watched it, so he can give his opinion on it. And yeah, so this is Parker's first time watching it. So yeah, let's talk about Dragon Ball Z. So Parker, since you're the one that provoked this little discussion, why don't you tell us where you are first, and then kind of give us your general thoughts on Dragon Ball Z.
Well, I just started the Boo saga.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
It's where Boo from Monsters Inc. goes ham on Goku.
She gets a hold of the Dragon Balls and wishes for unlimited power, and then Goku has to.
Kids aren't scared anymore. It's a noble cause.
Yeah. And then they have to team up.
But since they aren't scared, they're kind of the best fighters in the universe.
Yeah,
just fight to take them down.
She thought Frieza was Randall, and so in order to take him out, she wished for power, and
she's snapped.
Frieza's dead now. So yeah, but yeah. What are your thoughts on Dragon Ball so far?
I like it. I mean, the past few episodes, I'm like, what, 4, 5, 6 episodes in, and they've all been pretty horrible on the Boo saga. But before that, it was good.
You wound me.
Yeah, I don't like the beginning.
My favorite part of Dragon Ball Z is the Gohan in school / Great Saiyaman arc.
That's your favorite part?
Yes.
Out of like the whole thing.
Yep.
You could pick anything, and that's your favorite.
Yep.
Him going to school.
I know everyone.
Is that why you like My Hero so much?
My Hero.
No, I like My Hero because it's good, for a variety of reasons. It's my favorite part of the show because I was a lot like Gohan, so I relate to him.
Oh yeah, you're a lot like him.
Yeah, he's a dweeb. He's shy. He's a nerd. Like,
he's got superpowers.
He's got superpowers.
I mean, that's why I like Spider-Man too. It's not the superpowers part.
Superpowers part is pretty cool.
The girls are all over him.
There's
just like you.
2. No,
the only 2 they've shown.
We're not exactly the same. I have a similar personality to Gohan when I was in school. So I liked that part because it felt like it's just him being a normal kid. But also it's funny and interesting because he has these godlike powers. And adult Gohan, specifically Super Saiyan 2 adult Gohan, is my favorite character design / like just overall character in the show. And that's the only time we see him is in this arc in like the very beginning of the Boo arc when they do the martial arts tournament. So that's why I like that part. Also because I like the relationship between him and Videl. Because I think it's cute. That's why it's my favorite part.
How long does it continue?
It's not very... It goes right into the Boo saga. It's not that long. But yeah, it's my favorite.
Does she go away?
No, he marries Videl.
Oh.
What part are you
better
at?
Stop watching.
Did he start training her already?
No.
Oh, okay. But
yeah. Not like her, Carter?
No, her character's annoying.
First off, how dare you?
I knew that was coming.
No, we have to see more of Mr. Satan.
I really like Videl.
Every scene he's in,
He's in a lot of the Boo saga.
I assume so.
Not a lot, but I mean,
isn't he in a lot of
just as much as like Master Roshi?
He's a lot in Cell Saga.
Yeah, that's where they introduce him.
He's also in Dragon Ball Super, right? A little bit. Beginning.
Yeah, he's in Super every now and then. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about Videl's character, and I mean, I guess this is a minor spoiler for you, Parker. Gohan knocks her up, and then she doesn't fight anymore, and she becomes like a housewife, and she gets really boring. And I'm like, wow, you ruined Gohan and Videl. You ruined the 2 best characters. I'm just kidding. I don't think Videl is one of the best characters, but I do like her a lot. But yeah, they ruined Gohan and Videl.
So far, my favorite part of the Boo saga is Goten. He's so cute.
Yeah, Goten's cool. I like Goten. I don't really like Kid Trunks. Kid Trunks is a bully. He reminds me of my cousin. Well, Goten and Trunks remind me of my cousin and I when we were young.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that he's kind of a bully. I mean, his dad's Vegeta. He hangs out with his dad a lot, so...
Yeah. Okay. Well, then let's talk about, like, just the show in general. Like, what are some of your favorite parts of Dragon Ball, of, like, what you've seen so far?
Frieza's death. Well, death is not his. Not death.
Stupid monkey.
His before he became
the first time he gets cut into little pieces.
Before Trunks turns him into Trunks. Yeah. Turns him into his play toy.
Trunks into Frieza fricassee.
I like that.
That's okay. Like legit, that's probably one of the coolest, one of the most like baller moments in all of anime, is when Frieza's like who are you, you punk kid? Like you brought your butter knife here to fight me, and then Trunks does the one slash, and then you slowly see the screen split, and Frieza's like, "Nani?" And then Trunks does and just cuts him up, and then boom. You're like, who the heck is this kid? Like,
okay.
And then immediately he gets shot in the chest. Like, not much later.
They jumped to time travel really fast. Like they had run out of ideas instantly.
Yeah, it's just like Trunks shows up and he's like, "I'm from the future." Goku's like, "Nice."
Nani?
They're like, "That's cool. Yeah. Welcome to the present."
Yeah, and then I like how, because Piccolo hears them when they're talking, right? And he's like,
"Yeah."
Goku's like, "How did you know that?" And he's like, "I've got good hearing. I got big ears, boy."
I hear much well.
Yes, hear and
my
well.
hearing real good.
Yeah. I think my favorite fight in the show would probably be. That's tough. I think Goku versus Frieza once he goes Super Saiyan is really good.
Yeah, that was good. The only thing I didn't like about that fight was they're like, "Oh, don't worry, he still has Kaioken," and they're like, "Nope, you already used it. You didn't see it, but you know, he's already at ×10 because it's like they forgot that it was a thing, and then they had to."
I don't remember that. But Toriyama, the guy who wrote Dragon Ball, is notorious for forgetting things. So it wouldn't surprise me if that he just forgot.
It really did feel like that, because after the fight, when Goku started losing, King Kai was like, "Oh," or oh gosh, I'm blanking out. Well, one of the dead guys was like, "Don't worry, he still has the Kaioken technique," and King Kai's like, "Oh, I'm sorry to break it to you. He's already used ×10. It was at the beginning of an episode." Like, oh, okay, so he just, he used it.
Didn't he? Well, he uses it against Frieza before he goes Super Saiyan, doesn't he?
He doesn't say it or anything. It's just apparently uses it at some point.
Well, he goes Kaioken in the fight against Frieza. I'm like 95% sure.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but they didn't mention it until the episode after. Ooh. When they're like, "Oh yeah, he already went Kaioken." And that's how it was mentioned. That's all it was said about it.
But like, you see it happen. It's not like...
No, you don't see it happen.
No, I'm pretty sure you do.
I literally watched it like a couple days ago.
Probably in a filler episode.
Then they would have left it out of... I don't know. That's weird then. But yeah. Gohan versus Cell is freaking dope. That's like everybody's favorite part.
Yeah, it just sucks that there wasn't like a lot of fighting in that one. It was kind of like,
it's
by the way, I'm so overpowered that.
And you are the chosen one, Gohan. Except
you have brought him here to kill me.
You're gonna
only for the Cell Saga, because apparently later on he does nothing.
Yeah, well, Toriyama's original plan was to make Dragon Ball Z about Gohan, and you can kind of tell for a lot of it that Gohan is sort of the main character. But people like Goku so much, and I guess Toriyama liked Goku so much that he's like, screw Gohan. and all the Gohan fans cry every night.
All around me are familiar faces.
Well, there's another fight that I really like in the Boo saga, but I can't really say anything because
don't say anything.
I haven't seen it.
I'm still watching it. I still.
Who is your favorite character in Dragon Ball?
Well, I liked Krillin a lot before the Cell Saga. And then when the Cell Saga came along, Krillin's like gave up all the time.
He just has
he became a joke.
He's got the. I mean, he's always been kind of a joke character. He just has the hots for 18.
Yeah, well, and there's that, and then like he lost every single fight early on, so he just decided to give up. I was like, okay, but why?
Because compared to the Saiyans, he's not strong.
I know, but he still just straight up gives up when, like, Tien, I don't know what Tien is. I don't know anything about him because I never watched Dragon Ball.
He's a human.
But why does he have a third eye?
I don't know.
And what's up with him and his, whatever,
Kiko Ho?
No,
Tri-Beam Scream?
No, who's Tien's friend, whatever, the
Chaozu?
Freaking, yeah, Chaozu. What is a Chaozu?
He's based off of Chinese vampires, but he's just a weird little.
Well, why is Tien always worried about getting back to Chaozu? Are they like a thing? Are they together?
No, it's his friend.
Because the show really tries really hard to make them seem like
it's like they're like best friends. And Chaozu
more than friends.
Blew himself up trying to save Tien, so he feels bad about that.
Well, it was like right after the fight with Cell, Tien's like, well, I better get back to Chaozu. However you say his name. He's gonna worry about me.
Yeah, it's his friend.
He's like, okay, just see you guys.
Bye.
Greatest moment in history of ever, and bye. Never see you. What does he say? He says, probably never see you guys again.
I don't think he shows up for the rest of the show.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he's not in the end of the show.
Because he actually was gay.
He might show up at the very, very end, but I think that's the last that he's in Dragon Ball. He comes back in Super, but in Z, yeah, that's the end of him. What about you, Jeremy? What was your favorite, from what you remember? What was your favorite fight in Dragon Ball?
It's been so long, I couldn't even tell you.
I think. But go ahead.
I mean, every Goku fight's pretty cool.
Yeah. Goku's just a baller.
What's the other Saiyan's name?
Vegeta?
Vegeta. Every time I see Vegeta fight, he always sucks. And he like powers up, and then he does okay, and then he sucks. So he powers up, and he does okay, and then he sucks. He's never really like super good after the first part.
After the Saiyan saga, Vegeta gets
nerfed. He gets the band hammer.
He has some time to shine in the Cell saga, but then it quickly is snuffed out. He has a really big part in the Buu saga, and he has like he has a big
so far,
Goku
I like
moment
the way they're
in the
built.
Buu saga.
So far, I like the way they're building up Vegeta.
Yeah, he has a really big part in the Buu saga because the Buu saga is really about Goku and Vegeta's rivalry. Yeah.
They're neither powerful enough, so they gotta team up.
Yeah, that's part of it. What was I gonna say? Oh, something that I think that Dragon Ball does really well, because it was really kind of the first big shonen, is like the fights have like there's just stupid hype, like at certain parts, like Gohan versus Cell, where Gohan snaps and goes Super Saiyan 2, and then he does like that slow walk towards Cell, and Cell's like yes, let's fight, you stupid kid. Like,
so you're walking towards me? I can't punch you in the face unless I get closer.
And then it just turns into this giant beam clash, and then Goku, the spirit of Goku, comes back, and he's like, "You can do it, Gohan." And then Gohan goes, yeah, he just like snaps and he blows Cell away. Like there's moments like that that's super sick, and then there's oh my gosh, the scene where Vegeta does Final Flash against Perfect Cell, and it's playing the ding 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 like the piano, and like he's like buffing himself up, and the way he says it, the Final Flash, and just boom, and you just see it like go off the planet. It's like, oh my gosh, this is so freaking sick. It's freaking sick. And the way that Goku, like the end of the Goku and Buu fight is also super dope. But yeah, like there's just moments like this where, like there's super hype. My favorite is actually, it's not even canon. It's from a movie. It's from the third Broly movie, which takes place like where you're at now, Parker. It's with Gohan and Goten. It's Gohan, Goten, and Trunks against Broly. But the end of it is Gohan and Goten are doing like Kamehameha against Broly, and they can't do it. And then again, Goku's or like Goten wishes in his mind that Goku was there, and like Shenron is out, and he like fulfills it like halfway, and like brings Goku back for a little bit. It doesn't matter how he gets there, but essentially it's called the Family Kamehameha, and it's Goku, Gohan, and Goten all together doing the Kamehameha, and it's freaking dope. It's one of the like the backgrounds on my computer, and it has been for like ever. And they remade that scene in Dragon Ball Fighters, and it's so freaking dope. It's like literally my favorite, probably one of my favorite things from like anything in Dragon Ball. It's so dope. Here, I'll put a little gif of it in the chat. Oh, it doesn't even play, but essentially, yeah, it's just the three of them doing the Kamehameha together, and it's like, it's so beautiful, it's so touching. Just a man and his boys.
Goten's so young.
Yeah, Goten's a little baby boy, because he's like 5,
and he's fighting like one of the powerful creatures.
And he's gone Super Saiyan already.
And he already can go Super Saiyan. Yeah.
With the a Super Saiyan above Super Saiyan.
Yeah, and then eventually they go Super Saiyan 3, and they go Gotenks. Oh, I bet you're gonna love Gotenks.
Do they actually go Super Saiyan 3? Because it wouldn't surprise me, but I don't know.
Yeah, so you know about fusion, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay, well there's fusion.
I don't even know what that means.
Well, Goten and Trunks do a silly dance, and they fuse together, and it multiplies their power level, and they go Super Saiyan 3. So it's like a 6-year-old kid that's a Super Saiyan 3, and he's stupid strong. But he's a kid, so
I've seen that dance before.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it in front of you.
Besides just like, because it's in the trailer, or not the trailer, it's in the
it's a meme.
Oh, what is the word I'm thinking of? Well, yeah, it's a meme, and that's, I think, is where I've seen part of it from, at least, but it's in the intro.
Oh yeah, they do it where it's Goku and Vegeta do it though.
No,
or is it Trunks?
It's Trunks and Goten.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Well, I get Goku and Vegeta do it, but it's not. They don't do the dance in the show. It's from a movie, but then they make it canon in the new Broly movie. They fuse together and they go Gogeta. Yeah.
So I don't know a lot about like anything past the Cell Saga. I know pretty much nothing except for what I've seen. So the Who Would Win subreddit that I talk about all the time is seeing Goku's feats and why he's like unbeatable.
Mm-hmm.
And like I haven't seen anything like that so far.
Of what? Fusion?
Of like Goku. No, Goku being able to apparently he can break the universe by throwing a punch.
Oh yeah, like
Stuff
Superman.
like that. Yeah.
It's not that strong.
Well, that's what people claim on the subreddit all the time.
Well, if you're going like well, I guess it's canon now, but even if you're going non-canon, in Broly, he beats Broly, who blew up a universe, and he beats him with one punch. One punch.
Yeah.
But
I can see that.
yeah, so yeah, he's pretty strong. Yeah, and Super, like the power creep, like it skyrockets when he goes Ultra Instinct and stuff.
What's a Beerus? A Beerus? How do you say that? Beerus?
Beerus is a character in.
Yeah.
Well,
I
know he's a character.
They introduce these things called, so you know the Kais, right? So like King Kai. You're gonna meet Supreme Kai later in the Buu Saga. Supreme Kai is the god, essentially like the god of the good god, or like the god of life in the Dragon Ball universe. And then there's the god of destruction, which they're not necessarily evil. They're just like one creates, one destroys. And Beerus is Earth's god of that Dragon Ball's universe's god of destruction.
Okay.
And so, yeah, that's essentially what he wakes up and he wants to fight somebody. And
does King Kai ever actually fight anything or anyone?
No, he's just he's teacher. Yeah, babos. I like King Kai. King Kai's great. Yeah, I don't know. I love Dragon Ball Z. It's like I said, it's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I've liked, so I think actually the Saiyan Saga was my least favorite because honestly, the Saiyan Saga was hard for me to finish, and I had to take a break in the middle of it just because the fight was just like, so yeah, I'm like, they just like stand around and scream at each other more in that saga than they do any of the other ones. Yeah. And it was so drawn on.
Well, just wait. Just wait until Goku goes Super Saiyan 3. It's literally like 5 minutes of him screaming.
You keep saying Super Saiyan 3, but I haven't even seen Super Saiyan 2 yet.
Well, you have.
Unless I have.
Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2 when he kills Cell. Because his hair is like sort of spiky, and then it shoots straight up and he has lightning around him. That's Super Saiyan 2.
And is mullet Goku Super Saiyan 3 Goku?
Yeah. The mullet hair and no eyebrows is Super Saiyan 3.
So when does he get blue hair?
That's Super. Well, I guess it's technically Dragon Ball Z still, but it's mostly in Super. Because the return of... Wait, which is first? I can't remember if Resurrection F or Battle of Gods is first. I think they're both technically Dragon Ball Z movies, though. And that's where they first go Super Saiyan Blue. So that's technically Z. But yeah, that's Super, is when they go blue. I'm not a huge fan of blue.
I like it. The way it looks, at least.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. I like red more than blue, but his hair isn't spiky and red.
That's just because your favorite color is red.
Yeah, but it doesn't, I don't know. I don't really like the blue.
So, without me having no context but seeing pictures and stuff from before I started watching this, I thought when Vegeta was going to go Super Saiyan, he was going to be blue just because I had no idea.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I was disappointed because I feel like...
Well, he gets a special form of blue in Super. It's called, like, Vegeta Blue Royale or something like that. In his hair, it's like...
There's so many different forms and stuff.
Yeah, it's like it's like a silvery blue. Well, in Z, there's like... It's There's 3. That's it. There's Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 3.
Well, yeah.
But then in Super, they're like, you get a form, you get a form, you get a form, you get a form.
Oh, Goku. It's 3 forms.
Goku has like 8 forms in Super. It's stupid.
When did Super start? Wasn't it like 2014?
Yeah, something like that. Or no, I think it was 2016.
No, it was like 2015.
Yeah.
Is it still going on then?
Well, it's gonna start up again. It ended in like 2018, and then the Broly movie came out last year, which is canon, and then it's gonna start up again at some point. But yeah. So Dragon Ball Z, after the Buu saga, there's a time skip, and then there's like 10 episodes after that time skip. Yeah. But Super takes place in between that time skip at the end. So the end of Dragon Ball.
So what comes after Buu saga?
That's the time skip. So technically, Super takes place directly after the Buu saga, and then there's the end of Dragon Ball Z, which is that short 10 episodes or whatever.
Is that when Frieza gets resurrected or whatever?
He gets resurrected in Super. So it's like not long after Buu.
Okay. So I have had that spoiled for me.
Yeah. But everybody dies and comes back except for Cell, because no one likes drawing Cell. So.
Why? Okay, the only thing annoyed me about Cell, I love everything about Cell except for the freaking noise that it makes when he walks.
Oh, everybody has a weird noise that I can't even do it. Like
it sounds like he's stepping on like a sponge though. It's horrible.
Well, Frieza has that too.
I don't think it's as bad as.
Yeah, everyone has weird foot sounds. That sounded weird saying.
Foot sounds.
Foot sounds. Yeah. But yeah, the guy Toriyama, he didn't like drawing Cell because of all the different spots that he had to draw every time. But yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you like it, because I feel you never say anything about it, so I never know if you're like enjoying it or not. But then you're like, oh yeah, I'm done with the Cell saga already, and I was like, oh, well, you're flying through it.
The little break between the Android saga was not good.
There's parts of it that I enjoyed. There's like the only good Piccolo fight, like really the only Piccolo fight in all Dragon Ball is when he fights 17.
Yeah. I was so sad when Piccolo
and it doesn't even really end in a victory.
Piccolo and Kami merged.
Oh yeah,
and he became a super Namekian.
Duper Piccolo. Because he already merged with Nail, so he's already a super Namekian. So now he's a super duper Namekian.
Yeah. And then like nothing came of it, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, he gets to fight 17, and then it ends in a stalemate.
Oh.
But that's where he gets the Hell Zone grenade, which is probably one of the coolest moves in Dragon Ball. Okay, what's your favorite technique in Dragon Ball?
Oh gosh, my favorite technique.
Mm-hmm. Technique.
Well, I liked Krillin's what is it called? Disc.
Destructo disc.
Disc. I liked it because it was a stupid name, but he was able to actually fight even though he sucked.
Mm-hmm. And then everyone steals it later.
Yeah, and then Cell uses it on Gohan, and Gohan just blocks it with his fists, and I was like, oh, okay, well, what's the point of this fight if he's just that much stronger?
He's not that much stronger than. Well, I guess he is actually that much stronger than Cell, because the only thing that was holding him back was his head, was his mind. Yeah. Before
somehow Cell, caused a supernova, and that little part of his head survived somehow. Because
right, you need to watch Abridged, because I want to make all these references to it, but you're not gonna get any of them.
I want to finish Dragon Ball Z at least.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe hopefully you forget. But there's a part where it's essentially Cell is made up of the DNA of all the Z fighters. So
and is a reptile. Yes, makes sense.
Well, he's a bug. He's not a reptile.
Okay, well, he's a bug with the DNA of a bunch of humans and Saiyans.
I mean, he's humanoid.
Namekian.
Maybe when you mix Namekian and human DNA, you get the weird bug man.
Okay,
but
I guess that... Sure.
There's a part in Abridged while they're all arguing, and he's like, Gohan's like, you're or no, Cell calls Goku a monster, and Gohan's like, you're a monster. And someone's like, yeah, you ate a bunch of people. And then Cell turns around and yells at all of them. And he's like, well, I didn't ask to be born, dads. And
Gosh.
it's not good delivery, but it's so funny in context. And one of my favorite parts of Abridged is when Cell's fighting Goku. When Goku decides to let Gohan take over, he like flies down and he's like, all right, Gohan, you're up. And then Cell's like, what? No. You get back up here and you punch me in my perfect jawline. I'm not doing it justice.
Yeah, I know.
It's so funny.
I don't know. I love Cell's imperfect form. The second form is so cool looking to me.
No, he's got the big stupid lips and his head is like a rectangle. No, it's perfect Cell all the way. Looks so much better. You thought you'd never see me again. Well, too bad. I'm alive. Classic.
I prefer fat Cell. Bomb Cell.
Thick Cell.
Fat bro.
He chunky boy. Yeah, chunky boy. That's the best part, though. He shows back up. I bet you thought you'd never see me again. Well, too bad. I'm alive. Well, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much Dragon Ball. It's couple beams.
I'm trying to
here,
think of specifically my favorite part, but I don't know if I have a favorite part yet. I don't know. I really like Vegeta, even though he's an a-hole.
Yeah, everybody loves him.
I love the interaction between Vegeta and Bulma when they first meet.
Yeah, oh my gosh, dude, you need to watch Abridged, because it's they talk about that. It's so freaking funny. But yeah, they don't like each other when they first meet, and then some stuff happens, and now there's Trunks. They make it the baby. Baby. Some baby making. Oh yeah, well we talked about, because you're like, I like Goten, then you're like, well, how did Goten show up? Oh, essentially, when Gohan and Goku go Super Saiyan while training for the Cell Saga, where they're like Super Saiyan all the time, at some point Goku is home with Chi-Chi, but he's a Super Saiyan, and Goten was born a year later. So some Super Saiyan pistol pumping, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how Chi-Chi's alive.
That's why he's so powerful.
Chi-Chi's actually the most powerful being in the universe because she beats Goku in the Saiyan Saga at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yo, Goku's afraid of her, and Goku's not afraid of anything. So
yeah,
she's essentially the most powerful being in Dragon Ball.
All the universe.
In all of the universes. Who's your favorite character?
You've already asked me this, and I didn't answer.
Is it Vegeta?
It might be Vegeta. I always want Vegeta to do something. He hasn't done anything yet, and it's making me so mad. I think that's why he's my favorite.
He does stuff
because I want. Is it because I want him to do stuff, and he just
doesn't?
I think my favorite scene is actually when Vegeta's beating the crap out of Imperfect Cell.
Yeah,
that was was fun, just to watch him beat up on someone.
That's
not Goku at the Saiyan Saga.
Yeah, that scene is sick, where he's just Final Flash.
Also, when Trunks tries to fight Cell, Perfect Cell.
Where he goes thick trunks.
Yeah.
And Cell's like, "You're an idiot, kid." And Trunks is like, what? Trunks with his long hair and when he goes Super Saiyan, like with his ponytail, looks sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're just kind of rambling at this point, so I think that'll do it for our Dragon Ball Z discussion.
How come everyone on Earth is talks like a redneck in the DBZ universe? That isn't any of the fighters.
I don't know.
They all have southern accents, and they all act and look like rednecks. Is that just like what Japan thinks of everyone in the U.S.?
Yeah.
It's like everyone in the U.S. talks and sound okay.
Well, I mean, just take like Terry.
Terry, put it in reverse, Terry.
That's how Japanese people view Americans as thick-thighed, jean-wearing trucker hat. There's actually a villain in one of the Dragon Ball movies who has a trucker hat.
A main villain?
Yeah, it's Super Android 13. In one of the movies, he's a trucker hat.
Super Android 13. Yes, that's super, very obviously going to stick around.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, okay, so Dragon Ball Z, we like it. It's good. You should watch it if you haven't, because I've tried to get Parker to watch it for I don't know how long now.
Since I've met you,
the circle is now complete.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, that's the first thing you say. Like, "Hi, I'm Parker." I said, "Watch Dragon Ball Z." Circle is now complete because you got me into anime by making me watch Attack on Titan. And now I have. Now you finally watched Dragon Ball Z, which was really the first anime that I watched after Attack on Titan, or I guess technically kind of before, but I didn't know it was an anime. I thought it was just a cool cartoon.
I mean, that's what I thought growing up.
My eyes were opened to the light of.
I mean, when I was little, I'd always watched
titties.
When I was little, I'd always watched anime, but I didn't know. I was like, this is a good cartoon.
Anime.
Parker is the biggest weeb.
Like, would you call Teen Titans an anime?
No.
It's definitely an anime style, though.
Yeah. Well, the theme song is in Japanese, isn't it?
Sometimes. Only for special episodes.
Teen Titans! It's sung by a Japanese woman.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. Teen Titans! Yeah, okay. So, let's talk about what we've been doing. Jeremy, what have you been doing?
Not much. Playing video games, trying to get a job.
Video games. Come work for me.
What?
I said come work for me.
If you got me a job, I'll come.
Yeah, working for me. You'd be my my only employee.
You wouldn't get paid.
Doesn't pay well.
Didn't pay at all.
I'm looking for members for my crew. I mean, I'd pay you. I mean, I don't know how much because I gotta make a living.
Not enough to live off of.
Yeah.
Especially not in California.
Well, I mean, you could go out and do it legit if you moved here, and that I could get you a place to live, and you would have work doing video that you could live off of. I just live in a stupid expensive apartment, but you could like live with people.
Yeah, why don't you move out?
Because our lease isn't out.
When is it ending?
In May.
Okay, you should definitely get out of there because
yeah.
It's stupid.
But yeah. Okay, Parker, what have you been doing?
Watching
Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And
playing
and cloners.
Playing Minecraft with some guys from the team. Yeah, I watch a little bit of Clone Wars here and there. I've been watching a lot slower because I'm watching it with Tabitha.
Cloners. Damn, good
And
ones too. And
let's see what else. I don't know. Destiny 2, Minecraft, and Dragon Ball Z. That's about it.
It's a dream right there.
Yeah.
Me. I have been watching Clone Wars, obviously. Okay, the FF7 demo dropped today. And holy crap. That game.
When's that game supposed to come out?
Next month.
Oh, okay.
Is gonna be so freaking fun. But also I learned that I don't play very many action RPGs. So I was like struggling to get like the combat down. I mean, eventually I sort of learned it. I might play it a couple more times just to get a hold of it, but like I wasn't not having fun. I was just like doing poorly. But like just the atmosphere, the music, the graphics, the combat is really fun. It's like that game is just gonna be so good. I'm so excited.
What
just
is
that
the
1 hour
combat like
demo.
in modern Final Fantasy games?
Well,
Would be something I like.
I think you would like this. It's a mixture of like. Have you ever played Kingdom Hearts?
No, but I've seen gameplay of it, so I kind of know.
Kind of think Kingdom Hearts, like you have heavy and light attacks, but then you also have skills and spells, and then you have a super gauge, and when that fills up, you can use your super. But you also have like normal meters that let you do like specials, like special attacks, and then you have magic meters and stuff. And then like with FF7, different characters have different weapons. So obviously Cloud has the big sword. There's a character named Barrett who has guns. Tifa is a brawler. And then there's a character named Aerith who's like a mage, but she has a staff that she can do melee with. So there's like different play styles depending on which characters you play as.
Are the newer ones? I can't believe I'm asking this. Are they live action or are they still like turn based?
So FF7 and FF15 are action games. I think everything before that is still turn based. So it's not like something like Pokemon anymore. So the original FF7 is turn based, and there's a mechanic in the new one that kind of recreates it, where like there's slowdown in combat when you're picking spells and stuff. It's also super sick, and it also is very helpful to someone who's like kind of new to that style of combat. Because like I'd be fighting, and then I would notice that I'm low on health, and you activate your menu, and it slows down time, and like I like pop a potion and then dodge out of the way, and then like I could be in mid dodge, and I could open the command menu, and it slows down time, and I could scroll to my fire spell, and so select it, and then as soon as I get out of the roll, I'll activate the fire spell. So it's really fluid, and it's really like it's easy to combo heavy and light attacks, and like you can do it to where the command menu doesn't slow down time, so you're just like constantly like pressing buttons to do it. I like doing the slow down time because it helps me. But like it's super sick. So like Cloud has his fighting style. He has 2 modes. He has a very quick stance where he does a lot of quick slashes, and he can dodge. And then his other stances, he walks around slow, and he does really heavy attacks. And then if you guard a melee, you get an auto counter. So it'll stagger your opponent, and then you can go into like heavy attacks. So like it's super fun, just like comboing, and then so like I'll do a bunch of light attacks, switch stances, and do a heavy attack. And while I'm in that animation, I'll pull up the command menu and go to one of his specials where it's like this big sweeping slash where he jumps in the air. So I'll do it like mid animation, slows down time, and then he finishes the attack and then instantly goes into this big finishing move and it like kills the enemy, and it's like the coolest thing ever. But yeah, it's super fun. I cannot wait for that game. That's what I've been doing. And I guess what I'm looking forward to is obviously FF7 comes out in a month. Animal Crossing comes out the end of this month. I guess also what I've been doing, I saw Sonic. My general impressions, it's fine. Like, it could have been much worse. But I mean, I would have liked it to be better. It's not bad. It's serviceable. It's fine. One thing that is to its benefit though is some of the dialogue is actually genuinely funny. I think I never got annoyed by Sonic, which usually happens in like a kid's mascot movie. His dialogue was never unfunny. Like there is some stuff that I like. It didn't make me laugh out loud, but it was never like stupid. There is one fart joke. It's not that egregious, but there is one. But yeah, and then like Jim Carrey is great, and he probably has the funniest line in the movie, and it's not a line that would ever be funny, but Jim Carrey is just
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. So it's great. Also, it's a minor spoiler. It's in the trailers, but when he turns into like actual Eggman, he looks fantastic.
He looks what?
He looks fantastic.
So you look depressing. I was like,
no. But yeah, there is some sequel bait in it, and I kind of hope they make a sequel because I'd like to see what they do with it after seeing what they did with this one. So yeah, I would say if you like Sonic, if you like video games, go see it. It's worth the price of admission, but it's nothing to write home about, but it's not offensive, and it's fine. But yeah, so the one I'm looking forward to, FF7, Animal Crossing. Hopefully I will get to the point where I can start watching the new season of the Clone Wars soon. And I think that's about it. I don't know if there's anything else I'm looking forward to. So, Jeremy, what are you looking forward to?
I guess Black Widow. I think it's gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other movies?
There's not really anything coming out right now.
Yeah, there's nothing I'm like super hyped for.
There's not really anything like coming out the rest of the year that I'm like really hyped for. Wait, is Dune coming out this year? No, I think that's next year.
I think it'd have to be really late this year.
I mean, it could be like December. That's like, oh, it is this year. Ooh.
When is it coming out?
December 18th. Oh, we can go see it when I come back. If I come back in December.
We're coming back in December.
What?
You have to come back in December.
Why?
Because you're gonna watch, and you have to watch Lord of the Rings with Colin. And if it's just me and Colin, I'm gonna do it.
I'll do it.
No, we're rewatching.
No,
Spy
stop!
Kids
Don't even say
movies.
it. Okay, I'm out. See ya.
You laughed. Well, shoot.
Well, I'll see Dune with you.
Oh, there he is. Okay, yeah. So we should go see Dune, definitely. Yeah. Parker, what about you? What are you looking forward to?
Pokemon DLC.
Oh, I really want to play that. Actually, oh my gosh, there's so many long games I need to finish.
Yeah.
Persona 5 Royal comes out too soon too. But
I'm looking forward to this term being over. Even though I have a term right after that, because I live in Oregon.
Wait, what?
I have we're in trimesters.
That's dumb.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to finishing the Clone Wars. I want to see this new season.
Yeah, I heard it's, from what I've heard, it like from friends, it just the overall production of the show is like way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's about it.
That's about it. Well, thank you so much for listening. We hope you find time out of your busy schedule to come back and listen to us next week. But come on. Come on. We know you've got. Come on.
Yeah, I'm Pokey Car.
It's got smart
Pie.
We know you've got nothing better to do. So if you are on iTunes or Spotify, make sure to leave a review, tell a friend, and if you're on YouTube, make sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell so you always know when we post a new episode. And that's the show. So we will see you guys on the flippity flip. I won't make any promises, but hopefully we can talk about Clone Wars.
Probably
the final
maybe.
season.
It is a very real possibility that
Probably maybe. So Jeremy, you have a week to watch.
Oh God!
6
Just do what I did with.
Of.
I watched 72 episodes in a week of Dragon Ball Z. Is that right? I really watched 72.
What the?
But you have to watch them in order, because no one else did.
The real order?
Yeah, in the real order, not in order of release.
I watched about 60 episodes, 70 episodes, somewhere in between there.
All right.
In a week.
That's the show. I was trying to like think of a send-off that would be related to Dragon Ball, but it's not really one. So
Bye.